This is absolutely hilarious. I have just spent what I would say has to be a minimum of 3.5, 4 minutes talking into the camera and realized just now that I was on photo and not video. This is not the first time this has happened to me. So I don't know whether we're going to chalk it up to my age and early dementia, and I certainly don't want to minimize that and make light of it, but being forgetful, or that I just wasn't paying attention. In any case, what I was saying was one of the benefits, the side benefits, that I was not even aware of when I started to get wigs was that I've come to really appreciate my own hair on the days when my hair is good, when it's behaving itself, when it's looking halfway decent, when I can get a look that I can feel comfortable walking out of the house with. And today is one of those days. So today I'm not talking to you about a Gabor or about Henry Margaux or about Renault or about any of the wig designers. Today I'm talking to you about a Jerry. And this is a Jerry hairdo, and I'm loving it today. It's fine for today. And what makes the wig such a blessing for me, in addition to all the ways that we know, is that it allows me to really enjoy my own hair on the days when my hair is workable and when it's looking okay. I mean, I just put it back today. I have not a clue how it looks from the back, but let's take a look at it just as I would if I were doing a wig review. This is me. This is a cappella, and it's today's look. I do have wig hair pieces that I could add to it, but I don't even feel like doing it today. I'm perfectly fine with being me, exactly as I am. So again, it kind of reminds me of spending time with the grandchildren when they are wonderful and when you haven't seen them for a while, and that when they're their sweet, lovable selves, you just want to hug them and hold on to them and talk to them, and you want the time to never end. But at the moments when they're feeling particularly feisty or out of sorts, or fighting with each other, or beating themselves up in your brand new car and kicking the new seats, you can say, I love you to death. Go home. And that's how I feel about my hair. So there are days when I want to tell it to go home and go take a rest, and I'll see you when you're behaving. But on the days when it is behaving, and on the days when I'm really appreciating it, I'm good. I can be absolutely me, and I'm happy with that. I am blessed that I have hair. I know a lot of people don't have the option because for whatever their situation, whether it's alopecia, whether it's some other medical issue, whether it's medication that you're taking that thins your hair or lets it bald in spots, you don't have that option. And I'm not making light of you. I certainly am thrilled for all of us that there is an alternative with wigs that makes us feel great about ourselves and allows us to feel pretty again, or feel younger again, or feel that we're not being stared at, or that people are not looking at us and saying we're different. We are all of us different in ways that make us special. But you don't want to be different in ways that set us apart and make people stare. So I'm grateful for the wigs that I have. In terms of the wigs themselves, now that I've had them for a while, and I've been doing it now, I don't remember if it's since March, April, something like that, but I've worn quite a number of them at this point, and I have love for them in varying degrees. I do have my favorites. I really do. Oddly enough, the Gabor Sweet Talk is one of my favorites. I'm sure those of you who saw the review on it remember that at the time that I first unboxed it and put it on my head, I was devastated by it because it was nothing like any of the others that I had ever seen. But ultimately, that's what made me love it. It also helped me to discover my color, which in essence is very much the color of my own hair. My own hair runs to a platinum shade. I haven't dyed my hair in years. I stopped dyeing my hair essentially about 10 years ago. In 2007, I got sick and I actually almost died. And coloring my hair was not a priority at the time. I was thrilled to wake up in the morning and to hope that I had a life that would extend beyond that year. So that, coupled with the fact that the girl I had been going to left the salon that she had been in, she called me when she left and she told me where she was going. She was an expert colorist. She was a wonderful hairstylist, and I truly missed her. But because I was feeling so weak and because I was not myself for a long time, I didn't miss her as much as I might have had things been different. And because some time went by, my hair started to grow out, and I was able to really embrace the color it had become. And I know a lot of people think that I should be doing the darker colors, and I appreciate that. And I can like them also, but they are no longer me. I had dark hair. I had dark hair for most of my life, or if not most of my life, a substantial part of my life. So I loved it then as it was, and I love this now, and I really am happy with the color that I have. How lucky for me. So many people, when they go gray, are not happy with it. So many of them complain about the way that it's growing in. They feel that it makes them look older. And to be honest with you, it made me look older for a long time. I think part of the issue was, number one, as I say, I wasn't feeling well. And number two, I had stopped doing makeup. And my color was fading. My facial complexion was fading along with my hair. So I looked not great. I looked not great. But now when I started playing with makeup again, and that's less than a year. I have only been doing this for less than a year. I am lucky that I'm a really good student and I really pay attention. And I've learned how to work with my makeup. And take a look. Speaking of that, this is today's look, and I'm kind of happy with it. I haven't done the cat eye for a long time. I've been doing a much more natural and neutral eye look, but I really love this. It's a fun look for me. And all it is, I'm madly in love with the white in the Physicians Formula palette. So I use that a lot as my base. I do my transition colors to usually try to warm up the look. And I definitely do the face makeup, the contouring, and the lipstick. And I finally came out of the last century when I was lining my lipstick and doing the lipstick in a different color. I'm doing a lot of the gradients now because for me, with my lips and the size and shape of them, it just works. At least it does when I look at it. So I'm happy with it, and it's made a very, very big difference. I love my wigs. I will keep doing my wigs. I'm sure I'll keep buying wigs when I see one that really appeals to me. Interestingly, one of my favorites from the moment it landed on my head was the whiteout wig by Hairdo. I love it to this day. I have a few of them because unfortunately it is a heat defiant and it mats like crazy. I didn't know enough in the beginning. I read it, certainly. I saw it on YouTube videos, but I had no experience of it. So I really ruined the first one, sadly. And it was so beautiful in the way that it was made. It was my favorite of the ones that I have, and that's sad that the other ones don't measure up to it, in my opinion, for me. But I love that one. As I say, I love the Gabor Sweet Talk. I think I'm going to love the Gabor Soft and Subtle. And I think I really will get some considerable mileage, and it's too early to tell for sure, but I think I'll get some considerable mileage out of the new one that I got from Gabor, and that is the Sheer Elegance. I definitely still want to get, my reason for not getting it, the it's on the tip of my Ignite, is because the colors, I wasn't sure which color to get in the Ignite to make it work, and color is so important for me in terms of how I perceive myself. So that's where I stand as of this moment. I'm really happy that I walked into the wig world. I know there are people in my office who have looked at me as if I'm out of my mind, but I'm okay with it. To me, it is a fashion accessory. It is just like any other fashion accessory I would wear. If I wore scarves, it's like wearing a beautiful blouse. It's like wearing scarves that you fall in love with, necklaces and earrings, which, by the way, with my exposed growing ears, I think I'm going to start wearing earrings a lot more. One of the reasons I don't wear earrings a lot is because I don't have pierced ears. I'm probably one of the 3 people in the universe who don't have it. And the reason I don't have it is absolutely tied to my mother. My mother was a very smart, very relaxed kind of person. She was not uptight. She was not fearful. But she had a fear of getting ears pierced because when she was a child, there was a girl whose mother had her ears pierced. She wound up getting an infection and she died. So again, this is many, many, many years ago, before antibiotics and before all of the things, and before, who knows if they used sterile things when they pierced her ears. I don't know how it was done, but whatever it was, had a lasting impression on her. And because she was like, when I considered having my ears pierced as a teenager, no, 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 you're not going to do that. So for me, every time I've considered it as an adult, my mother sits in my head, and it's just something I don't do. Clip earrings can hurt. Clip earrings pinch. And after a while, you feel as if your head's going numb. So I don't wear earrings as often as I would like to. And that's the story. So I'm going to stop this here because I could go on forever. But I just wanted to do a little bit of one of the other things that Wigs has done for me, and not specifically to any particular wig. Take care. Have a great day.